believe people have a right to housing and land, a right to income and good work and jobs, and a right to health and wellness, no matter what your status is as a U.S. citizen or no matter what your economic class or status is. So I'm Dominic Moulden, and I'm in Washington, D.C., and I'm with the Interdisciplinary Research Leaders, and I'm with the Washington, D.C. Orange, New Jersey team, and our project is called Making the Just City.
We're looking at the problem of gentrification, the replacement of lower class people in a neighborhood by upper class people in that neighborhoods, and which is sweeping America at this moment. And it's a problem because poor people get displaced and rich people go live someplace where they don't have any roots either. So it's really uprooting huge swaths of America. It's a problem not only for neighborhoods but for the whole nation. We're looking at Orange, New Jersey, and we're looking at Washington, D.C., specifically the Shaw neighborhood. And our two community partners are One DC, Organizing for Neighborhood Equity in Washington, D.C., and the University of Orange in Orange.
You know, with gentrification, who's working against us? Often real estate developers, they look to buy low and sell high. So they go into low-income spaces, they buy a property, and then they work to enhance the property value in those places and then sell them at a higher rate. So they're looking at the rate of return as their primary interest in redevelopment and gentrification. They're not often thinking about the people that live in these spaces. And so who's working with us? It's the low and moderate income people that are embedded within these communities. And our project is working with them.
We're comparing two cities, one that's experiencing gentrification that's really shifted the nature of the neighborhood a great deal, and the other which is just beginning. And what we'd like to learn is sort of a sharing of experiences. What do you do when it's happened? And what do you do sort of before it's happened? And we'd like to share that. And I think that's a question that's on everybody's mind because nobody knows what to do.
So making the just city, I think it's important because the specific problem we're trying to address, which we have come to learn, is a national and global issue, and that issue is displacement.
But when you displace people from a place where they live, you destroy their relationships. So relationships aren't transportable. The relationships that exist in a place exist in that place, and then they fall apart with upheaval. So that's part of the harm of it.
We learned that we need to come up with a strategy, right? And so we got to continue to do the research and get the research project done. But as Mindy reminded me over and over again, the reason why One DC is on the team and why me, Dirk, and her are working together is because at the end of the day, we're trying to put the research into action. So the challenge is, what kind of strategy can we come up with to deal with, serial displacement and the uprooting of people's communities?
We want to live in a healthy community. We want to have good places for our kids to go to school. And so to influence policymakers at the national level, but also at the city level, to change the distribution of public dollars to make that more likely a situation to come to fruition in terms of healthy living, quality schools, housing that all people can afford, would be some of the things I would hope that would come out of this project.
I think my favorite aspect is working with my team. I've known Mindy for years and Derek for a long time, but if we weren't fellows together, we wouldn't have the resources to spend as much time together.
I think the IRL program is offering a really different experience. So the idea that you're in a partnership with community people to do research, that they too are research leaders, and in a way they're helping us be community leaders, is wonderfully freeing.
a culture of health in DC is, people having access to affordable housing, people having access to wellness spaces for any kind of physical, spiritual, or emotional treatment.
In a culture of health, we have a strong community in which people of all religions and ethnic groups and other kinds of diversity know each other, understand each other, and care about each other, take care of each other. And we take care of the vulnerable, and we can get together and solve problems. And first and foremost, we make sure that all of our children get the education they need for the 21st century.
In a society that has the culture of health, each member of that society would be able to pursue their individual dreams and to reach their individual aspirations.